Do you ever open your eyes in the morning, look around your home, and feel a little sigh of exasperation? Perhaps you notice a stack of magazines that need sorting, a dusting job that's overdue, or perhaps the kitchen counter just never seems to stay clear for more than an hour. It's an exhausting thought. Isn't it that nagging feeling that there's always something else to do? Always a pile forming, always a corner that needs attention. You dream of a home that just feels clean, peaceful, and effortlessly tidy. But the reality often feels like a constant battle against clutter and dust. You might even wonder how some people manage it. Those friends or neighbors whose homes always seem to sparkle, without them ever appearing stressed or spending all their time cleaning. Well, what if I told you there's no secret magic involved? No expensive cleaning service, no hidden army of helpers. Just a few simple daily habits that gently weave into their lives, creating a sense of calm and order that ripples through their entire home. It's not about deep cleaning every day. It's about preventing the mess from ever taking hold, allowing for a peaceful flow in your living space. In this video, we're going to uncover the 6 remarkable, yet incredibly simple, daily habits that allow these individuals to maintain a home that feels effortlessly clean and wonderfully peaceful. These aren't chores, they're tiny acts of self-care for your environment, designed to bring you more joy and less stress. Stick with me until the very end, because I've got a surprise for you that will truly change the way you think about keeping your home tidy and serene. Let's dive straight into the first habit, one that sets the tone for the entire day, and truly is the cornerstone for a peaceful home: the morning reset. Now, this isn't about scrubbing floors or tackling a mountain of laundry before your first cup of tea. Not at all. This is a gentle, almost meditative, 10 to 15-minute routine that takes place immediately after you've had your breakfast or finished your morning rituals. Think of it as a conscious act of preparing your home for the day ahead, giving it a fresh start just like you give yourself one. It begins with something incredibly simple, yet profoundly impactful: making your bed. It sounds trivial, doesn't it? But a made bed instantly makes your bedroom look tidier and more inviting. It's a small victory right at the start of your day, a signal to yourself that you are in control and that you care about your environment. Many seniors I know who embody this effortless cleanliness tell me that this one act alone sets a positive ripple effect through their entire morning. After making the bed, the morning reset gracefully moves into the main living areas. This means putting away the breakfast dishes directly into the dishwasher, or washing them by hand immediately and placing them on a drying rack. It means giving the kitchen counters a quick wipe down, maybe just a damp cloth with a little all-purpose spray, clearing away any crumbs or spills from your morning meal. It's about taking those few extra moments to put items back where they belong: your book on the shelf, the remote back in its caddy, fluffing the cushions on the sofa. My friend, Martha, she swears by this. Every morning, before she even thinks about her first cup of tea, she makes her bed and then spends a quick 10 minutes moving through her main rooms. She tells me it's not about deep cleaning, but about resetting the space. It's about ensuring that when she walks back into her living room or kitchen later in the day, she's greeted by a sense of calm, not a lingering mess from the morning. This simple act prevents clutter from accumulating throughout the day, stopping those small, easily ignored items from becoming overwhelming piles by evening. It's a powerful habit because it prevents the daily grind from becoming a daily chore. You're proactively maintaining rather than reactively cleaning. Now that we've established the peace that comes from a morning reset, let's talk about the second habit that works hand in hand with it: truly preventing clutter from taking root. The one-touch rule. This might sound a little strange at first, but it's incredibly effective, and it's a habit you've probably seen in action without even realizing it. The one-touch rule means that when you pick something up, use something, or bring something into the house, you handle it only once, meaning you put it away in its proper home immediately. Think about it. How many times do you walk in the door, drop your keys on the nearest flat surface, Put your mail on the kitchen counter. Or leave your coat draped over a chair. We all do it. But each of those temporary spots quickly becomes a permanent clutter zone if left unchecked. The one-touch rule challenges this impulse. If you come in with mail, you immediately sort it. Junk mail into the recycling bin, bills into the to-pay file, letters into their designated spot. Keys go directly onto the key hook. Your coat goes directly into the closet. The remote goes back into its coffee table caddy after you've finished watching TV. If you take a cup from the cupboard, you rinse it and put it straight into the dishwasher when you're done. This habit is all about mindfulness and intention. It takes a conscious effort at first, but it quickly becomes second nature. Imagine the sheer amount of time you save by not having to gather up all these stray items later. Deciding where they belong. My neighbor, David, who always has an immaculate living room, explained it to me like this. Every item only gets one touch. If I pick up a magazine, I either read it and put it back on the shelf, or I recycle it. It doesn't get left on the coffee table to be dealt with later. This simple mental trick means that items don't accumulate on surfaces, preventing the feeling of being constantly surrounded by unfinished tasks. It might seem like a small thing, but the cumulative effect is monumental. It stops the buildup before it starts, ensuring that your home remains tidy and peaceful without ever needing a major decluttering emergency. It's about respecting your space and ultimately, respecting your future self by not creating extra work down the line. Now that we've laid the groundwork with the power of the daily reset and the one-touch rule, let's explore how these peaceful homeowners keep things from piling up in the first place, ensuring their home is always a sanctuary. Building on the proactive energy of the morning reset and the mindful practice of the one-touch rule. Our third habit is its evening counterpart, equally crucial for maintaining a truly peaceful home, the evening sweep. Just as the morning reset prepares your home for a fresh start, the evening sweep ensures you wake up to a clean slate, rather than yesterday's lingering mess. This routine is a gentle, 10 to 15-minute tidy-up that takes place just before you wind down for the night. Perhaps after dinner or before you settle in to read. It's not about deep cleaning, but rather about restoring order and tranquility to your living space. Making sure that when you step out of bed the next morning, your home greets you with calm, not clutter. The focus of the evening sweep is primarily the kitchen and main living areas, which tend to gather the most activity throughout the day. It involves loading any remaining dishes into the dishwasher and running it, or washing and putting away the last few items by hand. Giving the kitchen counters a final wipe down, clearing away any crumbs or food debris, is also key. In the living room, it means fluffing up sofa cushions, folding any throw blankets, and returning any misplaced items to their proper homes. Perhaps that book you were reading, or the remote that wandered off. My uncle, bless his heart, he used to complain about the morning rush, always feeling behind before the day even began. Then he started this simple evening routine. He told me it felt like he was putting the house to bed. He'd make sure the kitchen was sparkling, the living room felt calm, and any stray items were put away. The difference, he said, was immediate and profound. Waking up to a tidy home, ready for the new day, completely changed his mood and energy. It takes away that subconscious stress of having a pending mess. It creates a seamless flow from one peaceful day to the next, reinforcing the idea that your home is a place of rest and rejuvenation, not a constant source of chores. Now that we've established the bookends of the day, the morning reset and the evening sweep, let's talk about how these effortlessly clean homes manage the little spills and tiny messes that inevitably pop up throughout the day. This brings us to our fourth habit, the micro-clean, or what I like to call the minute mess attack. This habit is all about seizing the moment and tackling small messes as they happen, rather than letting them accumulate and become larger, more daunting tasks later on. Think about it, a fresh spill of coffee takes seconds to wipe up with a damp cloth. If you leave it to dry, it becomes a sticky, stubborn stain that requires more effort, more cleaning products, and more time. The same goes for crumbs on the counter, dust bunnies peeking out from under furniture, or a muddy footprint on the floor. The secret to the micro-clean is keeping your cleaning supplies handy and easily accessible. A spray bottle with an all-purpose cleaner and a cloth under the sink. A small handheld vacuum in a convenient spot. Or even just a dust cloth nearby. The idea is that when you notice a small mess, you deal with it immediately, without breaking your stride or turning it into a cleaning event. For example, after brushing your teeth, a quick wipe of the sink takes mere seconds and prevents toothpaste residue from drying. If you notice a smudge on a mirror, a quick spritz and wipe eliminates it before it becomes ingrained. If you drop a few crumbs while making a sandwich, a quick sweep into your hand or a swipe with a damp cloth keeps the counter pristine. It's about being proactive and not letting these tiny issues fester. My friend, Susan, always seems to have a spotless bathroom. I asked her how, and she told me, I just wipe the sink and mirror every morning after I use them, and I keep a toilet brush right there for a quick swish if I notice anything. It takes literally seconds. This principle is about integration, not interruption. It means that the home is constantly being maintained in small, almost invisible ways, so that there's never a need for a massive, dreaded cleanup. These small, consistent actions truly add up, don't they? They prevent that mountain of tasks from ever forming. But what about all the stuff that seems to accumulate? Our next habit tackles that head-on. These consistent, small actions throughout the day, the morning reset, the one-touch rule, the evening sweep, and the micro-clean, are truly transformative, creating a cycle of calm and order. They tackle the ongoing flow of daily life, keeping messes from ever becoming overwhelming. But what about the bigger picture? What about the items that don't quite have a home yet, or the corners that accumulate odds and ends over time? This brings us to our fifth crucial habit, one that prevents clutter from truly taking hold. The 10-minute declutter dash. This isn't about purging your entire home or spending a weekend hauling bags to charity. It's about dedicating a short, highly focused burst of time, literally just 10 minutes, to decluttering a tiny, specific area. You can do this once a day, every other day, or even just a few times a week. The key is its brevity and its laser focus. Here's how it works. You set a timer for 10 minutes. Then, you pick one very small, manageable zone. This could be a single kitchen drawer, one shelf in your linen closet, the top of a dresser, a section of a bookshelf, or even just your nightstand. The goal is not to finish the entire room or even the entire piece of furniture. It's to make a noticeable dent in that tiny area. During those 10 minutes, you quickly sort through the items in that zone. You ask yourself, does this belong here? Do I still use it? Do I love it? If the answer is no, you decide its fate immediately: trash, donate, or relocate to its proper home. My neighbor, Mrs. Henderson, she told me this changed everything for her. Instead of feeling guilty about a cluttered closet, she just picks one shelf, sets a timer for 10 minutes, and just deals with that one shelf. Some days, she might just clear out a single kitchen drawer. Other days, she tackles a stack of papers that have accumulated on her desk. She says the small victories are incredibly motivating, and the fact that it's only 10 minutes makes it feel completely manageable, never overwhelming. This habit is powerful because it addresses accumulation in bite-sized chunks. It prevents the feeling of being drowned in stuff and ensures that clutter never has a chance to build up to unmanageable levels. It's a proactive attack on potential disarray, maintaining a feeling of spaciousness and ease in your home without ever feeling like a monumental task. And finally, underpinning all of these habits, like the silent foundation of a peaceful home, is our sixth and perhaps most profound habit, the everything has a home principle. This might sound simple, But it's the golden rule that makes all the other habits truly effortless. When every single item in your home has a designated, logical place where it belongs. Putting things away isn't a chore. It's a simple act of returning something to its natural resting spot. If an item doesn't have a home, it becomes clutter, destined to wander from surface to surface, creating visual noise and mental stress. This habit requires an initial investment of time, but the payoff is immense. It means taking stock of your possessions and ensuring that for every item you own, there's a specific drawer, a specific shelf, a specific bin, or a specific hook where it lives. This doesn't mean you need to buy endless storage containers. Often, it simply means clearing out existing spaces to make room, or being intentional about what you keep. For example, your keys always go on the key rack by the door. Your mail always goes into a designated to-be-sorted tray. Your remote controls have a specific caddy on the coffee table. Your medications have a designated spot in the medicine cabinet. When you use an item, you know exactly where it needs to go back, making the one-touch rule incredibly easy to implement. When you're doing your morning reset or evening sweep, there's no hesitation about where that stray item should go. My grandmother, bless her organized soul, always said, "A place for everything, and everything in its place." This wasn't a strict rule for her, but a philosophy that guided her choices about what she owned and how she organized her home. It's about creating a logical, intuitive flow in your living space. If you pick up an item and don't immediately know where it lives, that's a signal either it needs a home, or perhaps it's time to let it go. This principle minimizes decision fatigue and ensures that your home always feels like it's ready for you, rather than a place constantly demanding your attention. It's the ultimate habit for effortless and peaceful living within your space. So, we've talked about the morning reset and the evening sweep, gentle routines that bookend your day with order and calm. We explored the power of the one-touch rule and the micro-clean, preventing messes from ever taking root and tackling tiny issues before they become big ones. We then discovered the genius of the 10-minute declutter dash, breaking down overwhelming tasks into manageable, motivating bursts. And finally, we uncovered the fundamental principle of everything has a home, which is the silent conductor ensuring all other habits flow effortlessly. Remember, these aren't about being perfect or spending all day cleaning. They're about creating small, consistent rhythms that flow naturally into your day, making your home a sanctuary rather than a source of stress. It's about finding peace, one habit at a time, allowing you to focus on the things that truly bring you joy. Imagine the relief of waking up to a tidy space, the ease of finding what you need when you need it, and the simple pleasure of living in a home that feels light, calm, and welcoming. These habits build on each other, creating a ripple effect of peace and order that extends far beyond the four walls of your home, into your mind and your daily life. It truly is about creating an environment that supports your well-being. I truly hope these insights help you find more calm and order in your own home. If you found this helpful, please do let me know in the comments below. Have you tried any of these habits? Or do you have one of your own secrets to a spotless and peaceful home that you'd love to share? I'd absolutely love to hear it. And if you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, a little thumbs up means the world to me. And subscribing to the channel ensures you won't miss out on more tips and ideas to live your best, most peaceful life. Your home is your haven. Let it be a place of tranquility and joy, effortlessly maintained, so you can truly live your best life at every age.